Hey, Ravens Flock. What's going on? Happy Friday. I just want to touch on a few things I've observed today. Verse was from Undisputed. Shannon Sharpe with his nonsense that he has a spew. Like, for former Ravens, not a lot of former Ravens speak up for Lamar. I don't feel that's right. Like he had, I guess because Lamar had to correct him last year, he took it personal. He thought Lamar was just talking to him about some things that were said, like the end of the middle of last season or in the last season, something like that. And he just never have anything that's really positive to say. First to say like, hey, I don't think they try to pay him the $45 million. And well, he's not Huber, he's not Mahomes, he's not Josh Allen or Burrow. Like, he got more wins than all of them except Mahomes. And put that in perspective. And his style of play. Let's say, first of all, the Ravens better not say anything but Lamar's style of play because they forced him to play that way. That's their scheme that they wanted him to run. He didn't play that scheme in Louisville. Paterno put him. No, Paterno put him in a position whereas he was in like a West Coast style offense. If it wasn't running, we throw it deep. He was in a pro style offense. He spread them out wide and let the ball rip. No, the Ravens put him in a position where they want to give him design runs. So they help create that narrative. So you tell me, you put me in harm's way, and then, well, I'm not gonna pay your style of play. We gonna pay you X, Y, and Z. Well, I play that way because that's what you asked me to do. What we're not gonna do, we're not gonna blame this man. We're not blaming him. We're not gonna penalize this guy because he's uber athletic and fast. That's a God-given talent. I don't get that. That's a God-given talent. Alright. By itself, that's a God-given talent. So the reason why is because most of the players are so non-athletic that he has an unfair advantage in their mind. So they penalize him to try to bring him down to earth, but for what? That's just his skill set. As far as he can shift it, he's fast. There wasn't this type of heat on Cam Newton, even though Cam Newton is way slower and wanted to run through people like he's a running back. Now that's the one they should have called running back. Running backs run between trying to run over people and run in between tackles. Trucking folks. Lamar runs away from people. Runs get out of bounds. Tries to slide, but he doesn't take hits. He wiggle out of a big hit. I only count like maybe 4 big hits he took. And it wasn't as big as most people make it out to be. No one really squared up on him. I wish we could just talk about the rest of the team, but it doesn't make any sense. Then you talk about Mahomes and Josh Allen and Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow. Like, come on, man. Justin Herbert didn't even make the playoffs. Oh, he's better and whatever like that. They all got better supporting cast. Okay? And let's talk about that. Willie Snead, in a humble way, put their offense on blast. And everything he said was 150% true. Alright? And you gotta start with the top. Eric DeCosta, they allowed that scheme to go on. And any given time, it's something that they don't like. Bashadi or EDC or someone could be like, hey, we're not running that. We need to change it up. John changed that. I'm not liking whether it's John's team to manage, but who's the GM? You have that going on. They okayed it, so I guess they bought into that style. Well, I personally do it. I will do a mix of things. You'll never know what type of plays we will be running. But that's just me. I mean, they gotta get it together. No wide receiver wants to come there. Yeah, it's not because that's not a nice organization. Everybody in the league knows the Ravens are one of the top tier organizations. Probably the top two, to be honest with you, as far as everything combined. But wide receivers just not going to get any burn. But we can't make this a Lamar Jackson era thing, because receivers wasn't lining up to come to the Ravens when we had Flacco. First of all, they're draft folks and they don't work out, they go other places. Or they'll get a veteran, they'll come there and then they'll perform and then price their way out. Because I don't know why Anquan Bolden didn't retire a Raven, but $1 million, $2 million made a big difference to them. I don't see what's the difference, but it made a big difference to them. So they had to go and reshuffle and start everything over. It's just a lot of things with that. Ravens pride themselves on defense. And I told Bobby Trussett that this morning. Well, he commented on it. I said, yeah, let's start at the top. And I personally believe Greg Roman got that job as offensive coordinator because Marty Morningweg didn't want no half position. That's the first thing. The second reason, he wanted Lamar to convert to wide receiver. John wasn't going for that. So they were like, well, I ain't coming back then, you know. It's starting to make sense now. And in that aspect, John made the best decision possible. Lamar they made more. I would love to see somebody grab that graphic. Lamar made the Ravens more money in this decade than any other player. Because even at the height of Ravens, their championship runs and all that, her offense was born. It was born. We have a big splash here and there, but it's born. Lamar, compared to Lamar is must-see TV. It's like pay-per-view. Okay. So we got to get out of this. And Facebook is so toxic. You got people like, I think it's a 50-50 on Lamar supporters. You got about 25% who they support him, but then they just go whoever has the hot hand. And then you got people who just has a disdain for Lamar, which I don't understand, because he wins. Like, they'll say, well, he won in 3. How long did it take Matthew Stafford to win in the playoffs, period? He just started winning the playoffs, his Super Bowl run, 11 seasons. People don't want to talk about that. It took plenty of great quarterbacks time to get there. Because it's not just him. He can't block for himself. He can't catch his own passes. You know? I mean, this point in time, it's just getting dumb. And then this Miami stuff got to go. It is not going to Miami. Let's get that out right now. One person, Mike Fleury's pickle nose face. Oh man, I want to cuss right now. It's Friday. I'm trying to have a good day. You know what I mean? And you put that narrative out now. Everybody's running with it. Even Miami fans, they're making podcasts about it, wishing. Well, you're gonna keep wishing upon that star forever because it's not happening, Chief. This dude got like about 1 or 2, 3 Ravens tattoos on him. Like, that's a lot of erasing. No, he's not going anywhere. How come a person just can't be held by face value? Why must we make situations hard? That's all I'm saying. Let me know what y'all think. Because it's just getting out of hand. Oh, yeah. I predict but mid-season likely going to be lining up as receiver. That dude's a receiver. One of these guys, either him or one of these restricted free agent is going to make that lineup very difficult. Somebody's job is going to get taken that you wouldn't think. They might strike gold on this draft. I do know Prochet is going to be number 2. So I agree with our horse Taurus on that. Duvernay number 3. Well, they might even share that role. And between Tylan Wallace and likely for 4, but Bateman got that number 1 spot locked. I think we in for a surprise. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. I'll get at you later. Peace.